In order to change an existing paradigm, you do not struggle to try and change the problematic model. You create a new model and make the old one obsolete. Richard Buckminster Fuller, owner of 24 Patents.
Wide-eyed blind. Game in crisis. Be enlightened. Take action. The problem.
According to the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, by the numbers, each year there are more than 448,000 reported football-related injuries to youth under age 15, totaling more than $6.89 billion in medical, legal, and liability costs.
Incredible statistic regarding football's possible effect on the brain. In a new study of more than 100 brains donated to science, all but one was found to have degenerative brain disease.
And now with football season here, a troubling new report tonight. We've long heard about the link between football and head injuries, concussions. And tonight, a new study finds the risks are even greater than we imagined. Alzheimer's, Lou Gehrig's disease, a startling reality check just as the season kicks off.
It's traditionally a big week for high school football. But for many parents and kids, a strong debate continues over the risks and rewards of the game. This season, 2 high school football players have died of injuries sustained on the field. Countless others have been concussed.
Growing concern about the dangers of high school football. In the first 7 weeks of this season, there have been 7 deaths related to high school football. That compares to 11 all of last season. ABC.
This incident, of course, the latest in a dangerous season already. 7 young players losing their lives in just 7 weeks.
Now, R.J. Reynolds High School sophomore linebacker Matt Goodfeller was seriously injured during Friday night's game. Reynolds' team doctor told WXII 12 News that Goodfeller was taken to the hospital where he was undergoing emergency brain surgery.
But the top concern for parents continues to be concussion.
The trauma team came out and explained to me what was going on. Said that he had broken his neck.
Before the game even started, I was with my girlfriend at the time. I just had this weird feeling that something was going to happen.
She was really good to me. Like the first few months this happened, but I guess she got kind of bored and she just didn't want to be confined. We just went our separate ways.
There are several people's lives that were affected by that one play.
When I was in ICU, I flatlined twice.
We almost lost Chris on 3 separate occasions.
I went to rehab in Dallas, and I spent 6 months in a rehab facility away from home.
I had feeding tubes in my stomach that they would have to feed me through until I relearned how to swallow.
I think about the children that are paralyzed, these little boys, and I think about their parents. And I can only imagine the first thought is, I can't die now. I can't die now. Because who's going to look out for him if I'm gone? That's what we're talking about.
Fear factor. What scares parents most about tackle football?
That my son's going to get hurt.
The kid's getting injured.
Is any of my 2 sons getting hurt while playing?
My son getting injured.
What kind of hurt?
That he's going to be paralyzed.
Severe injuries to the head and neck area.
Getting paralyzed, broken legs, hurt necks.
Concussions.
An injury where he's going to be hurt badly, paralyzed.
How does that happen?
Tackling incorrectly.
Still stopping.
Go.
Oh my gosh.
Not knowing how to tackle properly.
Go. There you go. Good hit.
Nice, guys. Get up. You're right.
Bad tackling.
You should never stop running. Go.
They happen when you don't know how to tackle correctly.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Oh, wow. Why you guys knock each other out? Why you guys?
What scares players most about tackle football?
Head injuries, spinal cord injuries.
How does that happen?
Concussions.
Concussions?
How does it happen?
Yes, how does that happen?
Arms out, hips back, head down.
Okay, so that causes your hips to go back when you reach out?
Yes, coach.
So what are you saying? Are there certain terms that cause you to hit with your head? What are they? Would you know them?
The term to hit with my head?
What terms that coaches use in terms of practice and they tell you the instructions that might lead to helmet first contact? What are they?
Biting the ball.
Bite the ball?
That's it. That's all I know.
What about wrap them up?
Wrap them up, yeah, that's a big one.
So what does that mean when you wrap somebody up?
You're putting your arms out and like your head down.
And what causes your head to go down?
Arms out.
Yeah, but what is it about your arms out? What does the arms going out affect?
Your hips.
Ah, so if you wrap someone, reach your arms out to wrap them up, your head's gonna go down because your hips go back?
Yes, coach.
So will you tackle like that?
Coach.
So what are you scared of when it comes to tackle football?
Nothing.
Wow.
Football is not violent. Football is physical. It's only violent when you use your helmet as a weapon. I'm not talking to a group of people. I'm not talking to a squad. I'm talking to you. Because today, you matter more to me than anybody else on the planet Earth. You. This is about you. When I'm talking, who am I talking to? When I'm talking to him, who am I talking to? When I ask you who I'm talking to, I want everybody's mouth to move. Everybody has to know how to tackle. Because it's instant offense and it's instant defense. It's an interception or a fumble. And guys on offense have to know how to tackle better than the guys on defense because they do it the least. And that moment when you do it wrong can cost you your very life.
The way that we've been tackling and all kinds of people have tackled, I'm surprised we haven't had more stretchers out here. I guess we just got lucky. We've been getting lucky.
There's time to have a standardized tackling progression all across the board. Right now, tackling is a Heinz 57 approach. Whatever your grandfather taught your dad, that's what he taught you, so that's what you're teaching them. But we know now that's antiquated. There's things that are dangerous. So number one is educate the coaches.
The best teachers are great students first.
It is that focus on safety that drew some 150 people to the LA 84 Foundation and a special youth sports conference on football head trauma. And should children even be playing tackle football? Dr. Robert Cantu is one of the foremost authorities on traumatic brain injury and has authored over 379 scientific publications and written some 32 books, including Concussions and Our Kids. He clearly understands the danger of blows to the head, especially to kids.
Bobby's here, and I love what he's done with the tackling for youngsters. Technique is a huge thing. If taught properly, can avoid a lot of unnecessary head trauma. Much of it happens with poor technique.
Our role, or my role as medical director at USA Football, is to hopefully promote a better, safer game. And as we've implemented the Heads Up Football Tackling program, which is fit just along with Bobby's program, which I think is awesome.
More inventive things like Bobby has done, that's what we need, I believe. We just can't be doing it with live bodies. The price is too high to pay.
Every time you go into a pile with your head down, you're really playing Russian roulette with your life, with your health, with your well-being. Every time.
I learned to keep my head up and to rip and not wrap.
Not to use my head in the tackle.
Other kids should come to this camp because you can tackle correctly so you won't get a brain injury in football.
Clearly, tackle football is at a crossroads, and concussion is the primary reason for that crossroads. If we don't get concussions under control, the game of football is going to go away. We can do better. We must do better. We will do better. Thank you. And remember, our children's future is in our hands. Our future is in theirs. Thank you.